Hello, Aries. Excuse me. Welcome back. Or welcome, if this is your first video. This is a weekly reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising placements. It's a general reading, and it won't speak to all of you. If it doesn't seem like it's fitting your situation, then don't try to make that fit. Just check out a different video. There are a bunch now on the channel, and it doesn't really matter what the date is. I think that when the message comes to you, that's when you're meant to be hearing it. I didn't even tell you, this is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot. So this is tarot. It is the intuitive part, though. There are sometimes interpretations of the cards that I'm getting from Spirit that may not be your standard interpretation. So let's take a look at what we have. We have 3 cards. We're going to do 3 cards from the Crow Tarot by MJ Cullinane. There'll be a link for that on Amazon if you want to get yourself a deck. We'll also be pulling an oracle card from the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. This is a new deck that I got last night, and I love it. The art on both of these decks is just gorgeous, Aries. So let's see what we got. And I have just made a nice hot cup of coffee. So if you see some steam rising, that's what that is. My voice was getting a little scratchy, so I thought I'd put a little warm liquid in there. Plus, love coffee. All right, enough about me. King of Wands, Aries. Look at that, that is amazing. That artwork is gorgeous. Such detail. There's some fire and some passion in your week. Your fire sign nature is coming to the front. Feeling really confident right now. You're overcoming any challenges that are facing you this week, and you're learning how to manifest. You're learning how to decide what it is you want and then make it happen. And that's a great feeling. There could be a sense of you being a leader this week. You could be leading a group. We have the 8 of Swords, also a beautiful card, coming in next. And this can speak to situations where you're holding yourself back. You've tied yourself up here and you're restraining yourself from moving forward. And it could be because you feel like there is some, how do I say it? You're feeling very confident. You've got a sense of what you need to do as a leader to move forward, but you're afraid, there's a fear here, that if you really step into this role and start making decisions, that there'll be some consequences that are less than comfortable for you. So that's holding you back from acting as fully as you could. The Knight of Pentacles is your 3rd energy joining the party here. That horse is stunning. The poppies. The Knight of Pentacles is bringing in this sense that you're very responsible, right? And you're focused on the real nitty-gritty. There's a sense here that So you're stepping into this leadership role and you feel very confident about your ability to take that role on, but you're also quite cognizant of the responsibility that comes with it, that there are new factors to consider, that there are people relying on your decision making because it impacts their day-to-day. And so you're not stepping into the role of leader for your own purposes. You're not doing it out of ego here. You're doing it with a full understanding that a leader is there to support the people that report to that leader. It's not the other way around, really. At the end of the day, those that are excellent leaders are really there to serve, not to boss people around. And I think what I see here, Aries, is that you are stepping into that role and you have this fear of the consequences of your actions, and that's good because it's making you very aware of what this responsibility means to be a leader, to be directing other people's lives. And it seems like it might be, for some of you Aries, this might be a really big step. Not for you, not like you've never done this before, but that it's a really big, a really big role you're stepping into. Head of a company, head of a country even. It's that sort of feeling in me right now from Spirit for whoever this message is for. It could be that it's, just a new management position for some of you, but that has a lot of weight. You take the role very seriously, and that's wonderful. I think that is an indicator to me that you will be good at this because you're entering it for the right reasons, not just for your own ego. Let's take a look at the Halloween Oracle. I'll get one card there. Further clarification on this reading for you from Spirit. Aries. I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to the channel. It means so much to me. We just went over 100 subscribers, and that's super exciting for me because I just want these messages to get out to everyone that they can help. And I just didn't really expect it to take off so well. So thank you so much for being part of this. One of the cards fell out, and I was going to take it, but I think it's not your card. I'm just sensing it's not your card. This one is. Yep, this is it. The Lady de los Muertos, Lady of the Dead, Acceptance and Equality. Look at the artwork. This is one of my favorite cards. See the lace on her sleeve. It's really beautiful. I should say the artwork in here is not Stacy DeMarco. The artwork is Jimmy Manton. I'll show you Jimmy Manton. There. All right, let's see what Lady de los Muertos has to say. How this reads with your reading. I am noticing that when I do a series of these videos all in a row, I start to get a headache. I wonder what that's about. There's too much connecting. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, if any of you watching are also readers and you end up getting a headache after you do 7 or 8 videos, I would love to have a note from you about how you deal with that. Because I'm new to this game. I don't usually read for so many people so often. Lady de los Muertos, Acceptance and Equality. Pale you step out of the night in red lace, full flowers upon your crown. You bring the beauty to death, the equality and joy of the underground. The iconic Lady of Death, with a pale skull-like face, zombie eyes, and rich red funeral flowers in her hair, has become one of the most recognizable symbols of Halloween and the Mexican Day of the Dead, El Dia de los Muertos. The original model for this flamboyant Lady of Death can be traced back to the ancient Aztec goddess, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce this, Mixteca Tehuelte? Somebody help me with that one. Mixteca Tehuelte, I think. As time went on, the figure remained balanced between beauty and horror, and morphed into the Lady of the Dead, and eventually into the more modern graphic figure of Katrina. It is also reported that the identity of the original Katrina was based on women who were very rich and had everything they wanted in this life, yet death takes everyone equally. So it was a reminder that no matter how beautiful, rich, popular, or famous you were, in the end, death takes all. The Mexican culture has a long-standing history of laughing at death and seeing it as just another aspect of life. In some ways, death is the last taboo in many Western cultures. We tend to hide away our dying, and some of us may never even see the body of someone who has passed in our whole lives. But this was a much more common occurrence in the past. Acknowledging that death is a natural process that will enter everyone's life at some time, and that perhaps until then we can choose to be life-affirming, takes away much of the fear. Take a light approach to a situation initially, and it may work out better. If you are holding on to something that does not serve you any longer, in particular material needs, simplify and let it go. So, how does this relate to your reading, Aries? I think that what it's saying is this is feeling overwhelming. This position you're about to step into, the responsibility of it may be feeling overwhelming, just as death may seem overwhelming, but if you take it one step at a time, if you face it head on, if you acknowledge it and speak of it, speak of the fear, speak of the concern, it will lose its power over you. Pretty good reading. Looks like you're in for a pretty exciting week there, Aries. Whatever this position is, congratulations. And thank you again for sharing this time with me. It's really an honor for me to be able to read for you. I hope you have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next week. Blessings.